indeed a great privilege to be here this evening, and I was told it was the Women's Day, but I also understand that it is also the 20th Foundation Day of all of you, so I think that's a very, very important day in the life of any student, or even the faculty. I think the Foundation Day basically brings to your mind, the time you started on, and what was the vision of the organization, and what was the vision of the promoters then, and how much of that vision has been achieved, and how much of that vision is yet to be achieved. So I think it's a day where you must celebrate, of course, but you must also introspect and find out what are the gray areas, if at all there are any, or what are the new challenges which you will take. How do you find your position vis-a-vis the industry as a whole? And I think serious discussions. But thank you very much for having me here. It's always nice to be with youngsters. You're reminded of your time and what happened, and then leaps and bounds of things have improved. So we are today, and before I start on, I must compliment the choir who sang the beautiful song. It was very well sung and very well modulated, and I found you're very smartly dressed, and I think one of the primary things in the hospitality is you need to be always very smartly dressed, right? Smartly, the way you conduct yourself, you should never look tired. Is it possible? Never look tired, always be bound with energy. What we say in Hindi as utsaah and umang, with enthusiasm. So that's what. The choir was very good, the welcome song was very good. The two young ladies did an excellent performance, notwithstanding the hurdles in the middle. Very well done. Now when we come to Women's Day, and I wish we would not treat this Women's Day. Can we keep a little quiet? It would be nice. When we think of Women's Day, don't look at it as one of the events and it is a ritual which has to be done. I think we need to really understand, why are we celebrating the Women's Day? In a country where you have 50% women, because I'm going to be talking, although it's International Women's Day, but let's talk of our country, the largest democracy, the largest, such a huge population. 50% are women, and yet we say celebrate Women's Day to remind you that you need to do something more for women, or to look at them as poor little ones, they need to be helped, they need to be supported. No, I think it should be looked more as a sense of respect. Now, how do we bring about and support them, and how do we encourage them when we talk of the Women's Day? Let's have a look. You see, many a time, if you go back pages of history, and I have been a student of history, way back when we read our mythology, we understand that early on the women had, through the process of the Swayamvar. I hope all know what is the Swayamvar. Yes? Are you with me?